Hey everyone, I know what you're thinking. Well, that was fast. Or, oh my gosh, wait till it comes out before you start complaining. Go touch some grass before you start complaining. And my response is, leave me alone, damn it. I just want to have fun. Modifying characters is fun for me, and it's all I have in this world. Anyways, I think it's very obvious that every single person who plays this game sees some type of enormous potential problems with Lifeweavers' life grip. Everyone, like across the board, everybody sees the potential issues with this, and I personally think it's so obvious. I actually kind of find it hard to believe that Blizzard has this design the way that it is. I did not see anybody who reviewed Lifeweaver online have the thought that this is not going to have a single problem. And although I see a tremendous amount of problems with his kit, this video is only going to focus on the most dangerous ability that everyone is afraid of, the life grip. And now that I say this, I might also do a video about how to fix pedal platforms specifically, because I also think that move is going to be it's going to be wild. Like, this character as a whole, I think his entire design just has so many issues with it entirely. And the problems with his kit entirely is, one, he does way too much. He does way too many things, and I'm gonna get into that a little bit at the end, but I don't want to get too off topic. Actually, I was gonna do the full rework video of Genji today, but you know, this character was leaked, so I gotta talk about him. Well, not even leaked anymore, he's officially revealed. But yeah, the problem with his kit, other than the fact that he does way too many things, is he has so many moves that do things to his teammates without their consent. Consent, people, they must say yes first. But yeah, people are saying that with coordination and high level play, this will be a really cool character with some really cool moves and things like that. And you know, when the hell was the last time you played a game with coordination? People use their mics like a quarter of the amount that they used to use their mics in Overwatch 1. Like, this is such nonsense. Like, can you imagine the griefing that's going to be happening with this character? Like, imagine you're playing with an Anna, right? And then you're just like, hey, Anna, can you, I don't know, kind of heal a little better? And then they get mad at you and switch to Lifeweaver, and then just sabotage everybody the entire game, like pulling you off the map, or just doing everything they can to sabotage the team. And just like, I can't. The potential the potential for this move to troll is just unimaginable. I remember I once played a game where the Kiriko the Kiriko was not really doing anything, and I was like, hey, can you maybe focus on healing a little bit more than you're attacking, because X, Y, and Z. And guy got so mad at me. He friended me just to start yelling at me. This was actually like last week. This is last week. But yeah, so there's crazy people like that out there. So, you know, it is what it is. And also, this ability to move you when the Soul Weaver thinks that, you know, you're in danger or something, there are plenty of times where you're perfectly willing to die for a kill, right? Even let's say you're certain characters, let's say back when I played Doomfist, like I would go in and as a DPS Doomfist, many times I would go in, and as long as I'm able to kill a support character, and then let's say I die right after, the trade is worth it, right? Because one, I'm a DPS, so you want to take out the support characters, because support characters are very valuable, and I get back to the fight a lot faster. So there's things like that where the Soul Weaver just can't really know what you're up to. And I'll throw in more examples as I go through the video. But yeah, it's so weird. Like, it's a very weird decision on their part that I don't see how they won't walk it back some way or try to fix it. Anyways, as you guys already know, the way this works is I give my ideas on how to fix one move, and for this one, it's just one. Remember, it's just the life grip. And then I go through the comments. Like I said earlier, I read through all the comments, and then I'll make a final complete rework video. But in this case, I might make 2 videos before I do the complete rework video, being the pedal platform. So yeah, and after I give the more regular ideas, I give a wildcard idea. So keep watching for that. Anyways, let's begin. The first and most obvious way to fix this move is to give some form of consent to the person you're targeting, as in make the person you're activating the ability on kind of want to be moved, or So the way I propose to fix this is kind of like how you have to press the F button when you're using Symmetra's teleport. Let's say the person has to press F to activate it themselves. So maybe kind of a mix of the Zen teleport and a Discord, a Zenyatta Discord. So let's say you throw this pedal thing on the shoulder of, you know, your teammate, and then he sees it as it's activated and it's just kind of hovering above him. And then when he finds that it's the appropriate time to be teleported back to you, he presses the button, he activates it, and then it brings it back to him. And some of you say, hey, why not just communicate with your team? Let them know when you want to be, you know, pulled in and kind of have that handshake agreement with your teammate. Because right now, the way some other YouTubers said it works is like there is quite some time delay between when somebody says they want it and when it's actually kind of given to them and when they want to be pulled back. It's pretty wonky. So at least if it's on your shoulder, you cut down the required communication by half, right? Because you no longer need to be like, hey, do you want this? Yes, I want it. Activate it now. You can just have it on your shoulder. You can just say like, hey, can you put it on me? And then puts it on you. And then, you know, let's say you dive in as a Doomfist, you do some crazy stuff, and then you come right back, right? There's only one interaction that really needs to happen. Like this alone fixes the entire problem with the move. Like everything else, I don't really think everything else I'm going to suggest probably isn't even that necessary. I think this alone would fix the problem. Oh yeah, let's say I'm playing as Reinhardt and I'm like, hey, can you give me the life grip? And then, you know, if he doesn't have it available, he can just say, hey, I don't have it right now. I put it on the Mercy. Like it's not that hard. It's just pressing a button. And some people might say that leaving it up to the target to decide when to and when not to use it is gonna, you know, take away from, you know, the cool plays or the impact that Lifeweaver players would feel. But I'm sorry, but one, nobody asked for this move, and I don't want to let another character on my team kind of tell me where to go. It's taken away from my own agency. Like, what about my plays? What about my plans? Like, if you've ever seen me play Doomfist, you know that when I have my ultimate, I go in and I use my entire clip, or, you know, I get really close to dying, or use all my cooldowns, and then I use my ultimate to, you know, finish somebody off. And when I do that, I know that I'm going to get my health back and my cooldowns are going to be back, so I can, you know, I can jump away and be safe. The Lifeweaver will not know this. Like, there's no way for him to know this unless he's talking to me, but they don't do that. And even then, like, there's that whole back and forth we have to do before we know what we're doing. So I think, like, there's no way he can know what I have planned and how I plan to escape, especially with a character like Doomfist. I can see this being a very big problem. He'll just pull me out of my combo, and then I just kind of miss out on whatever. And then if I'm the tank, he pulls me to the back line. Now everybody else on my team is exposed to their tank, and they'll probably just get knocked the hell out. Anyways, the second suggestion is maybe this move shouldn't even move your teammates. Maybe it's better to have it move the enemy, because I can't imagine the frustration from playing against a character that can move you is worse than playing with a character that can move you. Because at least the person is on the other side of the team, right? You at least know they're adversarial. It's not like a friend backstabbing you. It's like your enemy backstabbing you. Well, I guess that's just a front stab. So let's say you have the cooldown's still 20 seconds, and every 20 seconds, Lifeweaver can push a character in the direction he's facing away from wherever he is by 15 meters, which is currently half the current range of it. I think the max range is 30 minutes that he pulls you towards him. However, with the caveat that the person being pushed is invulnerable during that time. That way, instead, if your teammates get mad at you, they're mad at you for preventing an enemy's death as opposed to messing up their play. Plus, it gets rid of the whole need for consent thing, right? Because this is your enemy, right? So you don't need their consent to ruin them. It's now just a thing you can do at your own discretion without ruining your teammates' fun. Hey, everyone. If you're still watching, it means you're probably enjoying the video. So please like and subscribe, and maybe leave a message too, as it helps for the algorithm, which helps me keep making these videos. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter to keep up with everything. And if you have a chance, check out my Patreon. It's one of the best ways to support the channel to allow me to keep doing what I do. So yeah, thanks everyone. So now for the wildcard idea. Sorry if you guys don't like this one, but I'm really trying to stick to the whole movement characteristic of this move without completely impeding on what Symmetra's portal does. But then again, I don't think anybody really uses her portals like that. I don't think a single person, even like at very high levels, utilize Symmetra's portals strategically like that. I've seen videos where it's done for kind of, you know, cheeky plays or like cheesy plays and things like that, like teleporting teleporting an Orisa who's in the middle of her ult to the back line of the enemy team. That's fun. But no, I don't see plays like that really. Anyways, for the wildcard idea, what if when this move is applied to a character on your team, instead of taking damage, they are pushed back a certain amount proportional to the damage they would have received, but they don't go back as far. That way there's a give and take. One, they don't die, but they do get pushed out of position a bit, but at least it's not to the point where it's 30 freaking meters. And since it's not so far, they can get back into the position where they were to kind of follow up if it was kind of a mistake or something. This is like a 50-50, but I think that the entire premise of this move, like the way it is, it's I don't think there's a full way to win, right? Unless we do option 1 that I gave. But I think this is maybe something you can do to, again, keep the whole movement aspect of it. And since you're getting pushed back in the opposite direction that you're being attacked, you get closer to your healer, so you know they can burst heal you and do all that good stuff. And hell, let's even make it so that the person who has the life grip on them could turn it off if they don't want it, right? So if they're getting pushed back or if they see it on them, they're like, nope, turn it off. And then, but that just makes something else the character has to think about that they normally wouldn't have to think about if this character wasn't there. Like it really messes with the flow. So yeah, it's hard to keep the movement flavor of this character, especially when it's coming from another person. So yeah, I'm sorry this only has 2 ideas before the wildcard idea, but every other variation of this I would think of was just some form of Symmetra's teleporter, to be honest, and or something that's like super highly tactical that just wouldn't really make much sense, especially with the game, how the game is played. So yeah, there you go. But I think that not only this move, but the character itself just has so many problems. Like he does way too many things, like way too many things. And if you guys have seen my support character video about how powerful they've gotten, he does too much. They all do too much now. Like they need to go back to the character design of Overwatch 1 where everybody was built around one thing. Doomfist had his punch, Reinhardt has his shield, Zenyatta had his Discord orb. Like this character is trying to do everything. Like he's moving characters around. His entire focus seems like he's supposed to be kind of a platform moving around type character, you know, manipulating your teammates' movements and, you know, give him something that will impede his enemy's movements. Just build him around one thing, because although his healing's not, you know, that great, he also does a crazy amount of damage. He does a crazy amount of damage, and you know, Genjis aren't going to be able to do anything to him really. But he's like some weird mix of Mercy, Moira, and Symmetra. On top of that, it's been shown, I think it's been proven, that if you get reported enough times, you just automatically get banned, or you get like a penalty or something. So, you know, this is just going to start the new report meta, and all Lifeweaver players are going to be banned. I'm just kidding. I'm exaggerating. Anyways, that's my take. Let me know what your ideas are and what you think, what you like, what you didn't like, and what you would do to fix it. So yeah, like and subscribe and leave a comment for the algorithm. And don't forget, I love you.